Distracted driving is dangerous driving. We all know that. We've all either known of or heard of instances where it's impacted someone we know. The Pierce Foundation stopped by Tuloso-Midway High School and gave students a look at the realities of what can happen when someone behind the wheel is distracted. We spoke with one teacher there at the high school who thinks the simulator is a great learning lesson for her students.
They think they can look down at their phone. They don't realize how fast something can happen.
Yeah, the Pierce Foundation is a nationwide health and wellness foundation and partnered with State Farm Insurance to let students take a spin in the latest vehicle simulator. Tuloso-Midway students were asked to try to control the vehicle while trying to FaceTime, check social media like Snapchat and Twitter, and of course text.
Yeah, never want to get exactly, not
at
safe.
all.